Brennan Green joining us now to talk about some major sports news that will impact both of our local major universities. Brenna.
Yeah, it was news that shocked the sports world today, and it's going to have long and reverberating effects if it does happen. USC and UCLA basically seems like they're leaving the Pac-12 for the Big Ten, and as most things in college athletics, this will have a trickle-down effect. It will definitely impact WSU, and I think it'll impact Gonzaga as well, so let's get into it. For WSU, this is not even being dramatic. Devastating. I would be shocked if this is the only defection in the Pac-12, and there are already reports circulating that UW, Oregon, Stanford, and Cal may be on their way to the Big Ten as well. So right now, the Pac-12 schools left holding the bag are WSU, Oregon State, Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and Arizona State. Others could also entertain leaving for other conferences outside of the Big Ten. The Pac-12 will most likely have to backfill from the Mountain West. I would imagine San Diego State, Boise State, Colorado State, and Utah State all get offered to move up. Still, that doesn't exactly replace a school like USC or UCLA. This means that the conference's TV package won't be worth as much money with the LA schools out, which impacts WSU's bottom line as they get a piece of those TV revenues. Simply put, this will impact the athletic department, and this is pretty rough. But like I said, this isn't going to just affect WSU, Mark. It's also going to end up impacting Gonzaga. To be honest, I would be shocked if GU was in the WCC in 2 years' time. In fact, the conference might not exist unless they pilfer some of the WAC, as the Mountain West will probably draw from the WCC. So the question is, where would Gonzaga go? That question, twofold. Let's start with the Pac-12. We've heard for 20 years that the conference refused to add GU because they didn't have football. Well, that might change now. Gonzaga is a prestige school at this point, and the conference needs all the help they can get. Having the #1 basketball team in the country year in and year out would be a feather in the Pac-12's cap and would at least add something to a league that's in rough shape. Not to mention Gonzaga's other main teams, women's basketball and baseball, are now NCAA tournament squads year in and year out as well. I honestly think this makes a lot of sense for the Pac-12 to pursue. However, I don't think the Zags end up there. I think they end up in the Big East. The WCC is a basketball conference. Gonzaga wants to be in a basketball conference, and the Big East is the basketball conference in the country. We know there were rumors a few months ago about this happening, and Gonzaga talking to the Big East. All I'm going to say is that those didn't come from nowhere. Yes, the travel is difficult, but Gonzaga flies on private jets all the time. They live like travel kings. The perfect situation for Gonzaga is this: put men's and women's basketball in the Big East and put the rest of their sports in the Pac-12. This might be a tough sell to the Pac, to be honest, but we've seen crazier things happen. I'll just wrap it up by saying this. This is a historic day for college sports and is going to change the landscape of them forever. As one source at WSU told me, so much for summer. Yeah, summer's done. We're going to see the effects of this one play out for weeks to come.
It is hard to imagine the Pac-12 without USC and UCLA. They're such iconic schools in that conference.
Yeah, it's today is, like I said, it's a devastating blow.
Is this one of those just follow the money things, or that's the big reason?
They are going to get huge amounts of money going to the Big Ten. This is going to make the Big Ten's TV deal become extremely lucrative. And yeah, that's a huge part of this.
My goodness, and a huge conference too now, right? With all these schools out, my goodness. All right, Brenna, keep us posted.
Yeah.
Thanks for sorting it all out for us tonight.